Hi everyone, welcome back to the Gate of Heaven video diary, and I hope you're all enjoying the new song, He is God. It's in the link below this video if you haven't heard it yet, and the words of this song come from one of the Bab's letters addressed to him whom God will make manifest. So I hope that this song is enriching your celebrations of the Rizvan festival. So in the coming episodes, we're going to look at what happens in the Dawnbreakers after the death of Muhammad Shah, the king of Iran. So the king's death results in the end of the career of Haji Mirza Aqásí, the prime minister of Iran, who had used every facet of his political power to suppress the message of the Bab, and who was destined to go down in history as the Antichrist of the Bab's revelation. And there are some descriptions of the fate of Prime Minister Aqásí in this brilliant book called Release the Sun by William Sears. This is another history of the Bab, which is largely based on the Dawnbreakers, and I highly recommend this book. It's a really great read. So William Sears writes of Prime Minister Aqásí, "Scarcely a year and 6 months from the moment he first came between the Bab and the king and prevented their meeting, he was hurled from power. While the Bab was still in the prison to which Haji Mirza Aqásí had condemned him, the Prime Minister was dismissed in disgrace from his post. He was stripped of all his dishonestly acquired property and riches." And William Sears then cites C.R. Markham's History of Persia, which says, "Haji Mirza Aqásí, the half-crazy old Prime Minister, was sedulously collecting wealth for himself at Tehran at the expense of the wretched country. The governorships of provinces were sold to the highest bidders who oppressed the people in a fearful manner." And then Sears continues, "When knowledge of the enormity of his graft and thefts became known, he had to flee for shelter from the anger of his countrymen. Haji Mirza Aqásí had expelled the Bab from his home and banished him to a far place. Now he, in turn, was expelled from his native country and banished to Iraq, where he fell a victim to disease and sorrow." The journal Asiatique says of Aqásí's last days, "Gnawing grief shortened his life." And in the Dawnbreakers itself, Nabil simply tells us he met his death in circumstances of abject poverty and unspeakable distress. So, with the death of Muhammad Shah and the demise of Haji Mirza Aqásí, the Crown Prince Nasiruddin Shah becomes the new king of Iran, and he appoints a new prime minister whose name is Mirza Taghi Khan, who takes his predecessor's legacy of opposition to the Bab to a whole new level. And so in the next few episodes, we're going to explore a series of 4 major upheavals that take place in various parts of Iran under the rule of the new government. These are the Mazindaran upheaval, the Nayriz upheaval, the Zanjan upheaval, and the incident of the 7 martyrs of Tehran, one of whom is in fact the Bab's beloved uncle, Haji Mirza Sayyid Ali. And so it will probably take a few episodes to get through each of these upheavals, because they're very dramatic and very significant. And I also felt that I should let you know in advance that these upheavals are very harrowing, and some of the events that are described in the Dawnbreakers may not be suitable for young children. So if there are any parents of young children watching these videos, you might just want to take a look at the next episodes first before sharing it with your young children. I just thought I should let you know in advance, because I think it is important to share what actually happened. But for now, in preparation for these upheavals that we're going to look at, I will share with you Nabil's description of what happens under the rule of Nasiruddin Shah and Mirza Taqi Khan. The entire face of the land was blackened by the atrocities in which a cruel and rapacious enemy freely and persistently indulged. From Khorasan on the eastern confines of Persia as far west as Tabriz, and from the northern cities of Zanjan and Tehran, stretching south as far as Nariz in the province of Fars, the whole country was enveloped in darkness, a darkness that heralded the dawning light of a revelation mightier and more glorious than that which the Bab himself had proclaimed. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video when we step into the upheaval of Mazandaran, and I will see you there. Bye.